In this video, we're going to look at the Eureka Prom 2 from Eureka Sound. You'll see the Prom is taped up nicely here. It's in a nice sealed bag and it's protected by foam here. If you open this up, you'll see that it includes a bunch of stickers for the different effects boxes that are pre-programmed into the Eureka Prom. You'll see some are missing here. That's because I've already placed them on my Behringer FCB1010. And of course the Eureka Prom 2 is an e-prom for the Behringer FCB1010. So in the Eureka Prom 2, of course we have control for the Roger Lynn Designs, Adrenaline 3, the Behringer V amp and Bass V amp, the 11 Rack, which is of course is my box. You got your TC Electronics, your Boss GT Pro, your Roland VG99 and VB99, and of course your Line 6 Pod Series. But the Eureka Prom 2 adds modes for the Kemper Profiling Amp and the Fractal Axe FX2. Plus there are several other improvements and a couple new additions in the Eureka Prom 2, such as the Programmable Mode is improved, and something that a lot of people are going to like in the Eureka Prom 2, there is now an effect and preset mode. So there's a split sort of mode now. So let's open up our Prom package here. And you'll see here on this paper that comes with the Eureka Prom, simply go to this website if you need help in installing and setting up your Eureka Prom. So here's the Eureka Prom 2 out of its package. See, it's protected in this foam here. Simply pull this out. Make sure you don't bend those leads. Alright. And then we'll install this in our FCB1010 MIDI controller. Take this back off. Make sure you don't break off this wire here. So here's the Eureka Prom 1.0 that we're taking out. And I'm not going to do this in detail because I already have videos up that show how to take out and replace your e-prom. And the Eureka Sound website also has an instructional video posted on their website and on their YouTube page. Pop that one out. It's still in good shape. And then we'll pop in the version 2 Eureka Prom. Make sure we're going the right direction, of course. There we go, it's installed. Make sure all our leads are on the inside, and they are. So now we'll replace the back cover, and then we'll turn it on and see what it looks like at first boot. We have installed our Eureka Prom version 2 into our FCB1010 MIDI foot controller. I've already hooked up the MIDI cables to my 11 rack in this case. So now we are ready for the initial power on, so I'll flip the switch and we'll watch the display here. There we go. We see it was 2.0 CL. So now I believe it is been initialized. So now I'm going to power off the unit. And I believe we could have done this without powering it off, but I want to go by the instructions on the Eureka Sound website. So we're going to hold down pedals 1 and 2 and then power on. Alright, so we are in A3. That's exactly what we want. And this is where we would select our modes. So I'm using an 11 rack, so I will scroll down to 11 rack. So there's 11. That's exactly what I want. Now we can see pedal 5 is blinking here, so I'll select that. There we go. Now it's initialized. You can see right here that it's dropped this into effects mode. So I need to do one more thing before I test this with my 11 rack. I'll power the unit back off. Now I'm going to hold down pedals 1 and 5 and then power on the unit. So I'll power it on and quickly grab these two pedals. There we go. So now we'll quickly calibrate our pedals. So we start with this leftmost pedal. So we'll take it down to the lowest position. And after we do that, we press this up pedal here. So we'll press that. And then we take it all the way up. So then we'll press the up again. Alright, and that drops us over to our rightmost pedal. So we'll do the same exact thing. All the way down. Press up. All the way up. Press up. Done. I want to switch it off one more time. And then power it back on. Drops us right into 11 mode. Now we'll open up Pro Tools so you can see the on-screen editor, and we'll look at one of the new modes in the Eureka Prom version 2. Okay, so here we are in Pro Tools, and I have my 11 rack window up. Now of course you don't have to have your 11 rack window up to use the Eureka Prom version 2. You could just as easily do this in standalone with just the 11 rack unit. Now I'm using the Eureka Prom version 2 with the Avid 11 Rack, and here with the Eureka Prom version 2 we still have our same modes that we had in the previous Eureka Prom. So we still have effects mode, we still have our presets mode, we still have our favorite presets mode. So in the previous Eureka Prom, when you were in favorite presets mode and you stepped on a pedal, the change message wasn't actually sent until you released that pedal. Now it's been improved, so now whenever you press down, the message is sent instantly. So if you already have the Eureka Prom version 1, you're already familiar with those 3 modes. And now in the Eureka Prom version 2, there is a new mode, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be excited about, and it's the effect and preset mode. So in the effect and preset mode, you can access effects with pedals 1 through 5, and you can choose your favorite presets on pedals 6 through 10. So right now you can see we are in effects mode. So I have my guitar here. Right? Okay, so. And then all of a sudden I'm ready to play my blazing solo or my emotional solo. Since we're in effects mode here, I can just step on my delay, right ready for my solo. And then simply turn off the delay and you're right back to your heavy. And the same goes for the other pedals. So if I hit distortion, of course that comes on, and so forth. So now we'll move on to the presets mode. And so here in presets mode, we'll use pedals 1 through 4 to choose the preset in the set bank. You know, A1, A2, A3, A4. And we can use pedals 6 and 7 to scan through the different banks. You can see the plus, that means it's a user bank. If I want the factory banks, I can press 8 and see now I have a minus. So now I'm scrolling through the factory bank. So I'm on minus B, so that's the factory B. So if I click the second button, that shoots me right over to the factory B2. If I go up here to the minus and D, say it 3, that of course takes me right to D3 on the factory side. Again, repress 8 to get right back into our user mode, and I'll hit 2 and we're on D. That takes me right to D2. So again here, and so on. And of course the effect flashback mode still exists. So I'll just hit pedal 9, and now let me go through and say E3. Now as soon as I hit 3, I'm going to be dropped right back into effects mode, so I can immediately start using my effects again instead of changing presets. Okay, so moving on into the favorite preset mode, we already know how that works. So in favorite presets mode, as you probably remember, we can save 10 of our favorite presets and recall them real easily. But since this is the first power on of this Eureka Prom 2, I don't have any saved. So if I press these buttons, it just takes me to A1. So we'll go back to presets mode and let's save a couple of favorite presets. So first I'll choose, say, B. Let's go to 2 here. Let's go make it 3. See how this sounds. Alright, so we'll say we really love that preset. We want to save that as one of our favorite presets. So to save this, it's very easy. Press and hold up. So now it's flashing favorite presets, and then I can choose which of these pedals I'd like to store this B3 preset at. So I'll just choose 7. There we go, now it's saved. So now if we're in favorite presets mode, which we are here, I'll just press there. That'll automatically take me to A1. Then I can press 7, and that should take me right to B3. Cool, so let's set up another one. So that preset was a heavy preset. So now let's choose something a little lighter. So we'll go to H. Let's try 2. There's 3. I think it's 1. There we go. So this is a clean preset. So we want to save this to our favorite presets mode as well. So I'll just press and hold the up button. And let's assign this to, we'll say 9. There we go. So we'll go back to preset mode real quick and set up one more. Let's just grab something here. Here's D2. Let's go to E3. Alright. Hold down the up. And we'll put that on 10. Okay, so now we're in favorite presets mode. If I hit 7, takes me to B3. If I hit 9, takes me to H1. If I hit 10, takes me to E3. So now that we have a couple favorite presets stored, let's move on to the new mode called Effects and Presets. So in order to get to Effects and Presets, let's move down to Effects mode. And to get to the EP mode, or Effects and Presets, we'll press and hold the up pedal. And there we go. Now you can see the effects light is on, as is the favorite presets light. See, we're in effects and presets mode. So in this mode, we can use pedals 1 through 5 to turn on and off our effects. So if I press pedal 1, there's my distortion. Pedal 2, my mod comes on and off, delay, and so forth. And if we use this upper level of pedals, now we can change presets. So we didn't actually store anything in pedal 6, but if I press it, it should take me right to A1 since there was nothing stored. If I press 7, that takes us to the one we stored, B3. Remember 9, we stored H1 there, that's our clean rig. And then 10. Alright, so now we can go through and turn on and off effects and switch rigs real quick here without having to go through and change different modes. So for instance, if you wanted to play something heavy and then drop into something clean, right there, so you have a drum break and you're ready to drop into your clean part. So we'll just choose that real quick, and there we go. And then we're ready to drop back into a heavy, but we don't want to go back to the amp we had, which is there. Instead, we want to go from our clean to a different heavy amp. So let's say we're ready to go into a solo now. So we'll toggle on our delay. All right. All right. Of course, we can turn on our wall while we're doing this. I'll show this up here. All right. And of course, we also have our volume pedal that we can use. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can see with the Eureka Prom version 2, we can turn on and off effects here in the effect and preset mode. So we can turn on and off, say, the distortion, and then quickly switch rigs, and then turn on and off distortion in that rig, or the mod in that rig, and so on. And we didn't even get into the programmable mode, where you can program the Eureka Prom yourself. So be sure to head over to EurekaSound.com and check out the Eureka Prom version 2.